Hey everyone, it's time for your Wednesday Daily Trucker News Update. I'm Carlin Stafford.
And I'm Isela Rios. We have a lot of news to cover today, including women in trucking selected for an advisory board, paramedics' life-saving story, and an owl struck by a semi-truck.
So let's get trucking.
Legislation was introduced that would help promote more opportunities in the trucking industry for women. The bill would, among other things, establish a Women in Trucking Advisory Board to better identify barriers to entry for women in the trucking industry. The board would be responsible for coordinating formal education and training programs, establishing mentorship opportunities for women in the industry, and enhancing outreach initiatives that are exclusive to women. Women in Trucking President Ella Boya stated, although women have straightened their presence in the supply chain in the past few years, we know there are still issues that cause women to reject transportation careers. Our goal is to better identify these concerns and address them to create more diverse industry.
Schneider Transport is making headlines for its charitable actions. It donated more than $2 million in grants to more than 400 organizations across North America last year. In 2020, Schneider launched new initiatives to support organizations committed to creating change. The company's foundation provided its inaugural Diversity, Equality, and Inclusion Program grants to 11 nonprofit organizations, totaling more than $75,000, I should say. The recipients were nominated mostly by Schneider Associates and will help organizations inspire dialogue and take concrete actions for change. Some of the communities that were helped by the foundation include in-kind donations, Pay It Forward, Dollars for Doers, Giving Orange, and United Way. You know, it's really great to see a lot of these trucking companies donating. Nice. You know, this year, 2020, I say this year, last year, 2020, was a very difficult year for a lot of people. So it's great to see them giving back to the community.
That's right. So kudos to you guys. Well, a paramedic was on his way to work when he suddenly was involved in a car pileup in Fort Worth, Texas. Trent McDaniel was in his Toyota FJ Cruiser when he noticed brake lights, so he slowed down but hit black ice. He then spun into a barrier wall where he was trapped. A semi-truck then came barreling towards him, unable to stop, and the impact crushed his vehicle and sent it flying over the barrier wall that caused every airbag to deploy. The cocoon kept him safe and alive. He still managed to jump into action to help others involved in the pileup. When the on-duty paramedics realized he had been involved in the crash, they quickly sent him to the hospital where he was evaluated and determined to only have scrapes and bruises. McDaniel later posted his experience on Reddit where he credited his FJ Cruiser for saving his life.
A truck driver popular on TikTok recently took to the platform to share importance of personal safety in trucking and why you need to know how to back up all on your own. The driver was at a truck stop in Kansas when he noticed a female driver was having trouble backing up. As he was about to get out to help, he noticed another person beat him to it. He saw him hop in and park the truck for her. He warns ladies, don't ever do this, because the guy grabbed her by the throat and jerked her into the sleeper berth. But the driver and others saw what was happening and ran quickly to help. You know, it's great to see a lot of those good Samaritans kind of step in and help, but at the same time, you know, pay attention. Don't let people in your vehicle, you know, especially those that you don't know.
Yes, it could be
maybe try to find a different parking spot.
Yeah, something. I don't know. Maybe practice a little bit more backing up your truck. I don't know. And I know it's difficult because, you know, if you're a rookie or whatever, it is what it is, but you have to be very careful. You don't know. Now these days, it's a lot more dangerous, I think.
That is true.
Well, Carlin, you're going to love this next story. An owl was discovered on the flatbed of a semi-truck in Little Rock, Arkansas. It was around 2:30 a.m. when the driver noticed his strange cargo. The driver was not sure what to do, but he knew he wanted to help the little fella, so he called the Little Rock Police Department. This was a different type of rescue for officers, but they used a towel and a cardboard box to get the owl to safety. The entire rescue was caught on a body cam of the officer assisting. After the rescue, the owl was transferred to Raptor Rehab in the Little Rock Zoo, where the owl will stay to recover over the next few weeks. Rodney Paul of Raptor Rehab said about 95% of our intake come from car strikes. The owl was put on pain meds, and once he's all healed up, he'll be ready to fly again and released back to its natural habitat.
Talk about a crazy situation. A fire department in East Syracuse was called about a projectile going through a truck window. A driver told responders a flatbed truck hauling junk cars was right in front of him, and the next thing he knew, the item went right through. Thankfully, he was able to pull over safely. When rescue crews arrived, the driver was awake, but he was taken to a nearby hospital to get checked out. The incident is still under investigation by the New York State Police. You know, that is a dangerous situation, and one of those that they always tell you to secure your load, and that's why, so you don't, you know, lose something.
Yes, that reminds me of that one movie. They had like different...
Oh, like Final Destination, where it was like the big log trucks? Yes, that is a Final Destination. Thankfully, no one died.
Yes,
so there
thankfully,
you go.
yes.
Well, that does it for today's update.
Tune in tomorrow for the news you need.